Hi, welcome to the Conscious Spirit. I'm Pam.
I'm Carissa.
I'm Mari-Lyn, and together we are TCS, Everyday Psychics.
Again, every time we're on Zoom, we're just like not our voices are not in sync.
Mhm.
Well, hello everyone, and this will be part 2 of this crazy. It's actually been going on all week, and this morning. We record on Friday. So Mari-Lyn and I recorded part 1, which we didn't know was going to be part 1. We didn't know it was going to be anything other than any other video day, any other reaction day.
Great.
And even for myself, and you might feel different, excuse me, but even during the video and after the video, it wasn't clear yet.
I had no idea there was going to be a part 2.
No. And we didn't put on Saturday, all 3 of us were really busy. So, oh gosh, I haven't even introduced Carissa. I'm so sorry. So
No, my gosh, no, we haven't.
The viewers are like, okay, who's this? That's not Nan. Who is this? Carissa is one of the 2 students who dragged me back into teaching, and so glad she has done that. And as far as the paranormal, she has she has stepped into the apprenticeship role. She is amazing and fabulous and so powerful. Anything else you want to add, Mari-Lyn?
Yeah, Carissa is more bent towards Pam's area of the paranormal as opposed to my normal.
Yes. She would like to be more toward yours, however.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
She would like to be more bent towards yours.
Yeah, I'm like, where are they?
Yeah.
Not getting those ones.
But you can't make that decision.
No, some things we have no choice.
No.
Right.
So welcome, Carissa. We're excited to have her today with this video with part 2.
With part 2, it's going to be fun and interesting.
Very interesting. And so there's typically 5 of us that get together every Sunday, and Nan had some a family obligation today, and then Mish, my other student, just texted me this morning and said she couldn't make it, and immediately I was like, oh boy, that's because the 3 of us have work to do today. So Friday was that video, which we thought was, even after we were done, I mean, we knew there was something, but it still felt like a regular. You all have seen it by now, so you know that it wasn't a typical reaction. One of the spirit tried to jump me, is what happened, and thankfully Mari-Lyn was there to stop that and then to clear out all of that energy from me, and we were able to continue on.
But when the video was done, we thought the video and all of the energy that was involved around that video was done.
Right.
Yeah. I had no reason to believe in that moment that it was anything different.
No. And then Saturday came along. All 3 of us were busy doing our own thing, but we kept, in contact, like a text. And actually, I think, Carissa, didn't I text you Friday night and gave you a little bit about the video, just kind of what happened? I didn't tell you about the spirit or anything.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I said I almost got jumped. And then you started getting some messaging.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about that messaging that you got around that spirit?
Yeah. So basically what I received was that there was a man, and he was given dad vibes. He had a long trench coat, a hat, jeans, an orange pullover sweater, and oddly a face mask. And he was just giving the creepiest, meanest stare ever. Like he just was staring like he just hated whomever he was trying to, look at. So, I asked my guide, I was like, who is this man? What's going on with him? And she informed me that he is a stalker and he is stalking. So I immediately started to just, try to breathe in more of Pam's energy to try to get more clear answers. And basically, what the message was is that he's been stalking her, and then, not a good person. So I immediately, let Pam know what I received, and she kind of clued me in on what was going on or what happened in more detail.
Yeah, and how that fit into the guy from the video. Now, another part to this is Mari-Lyn reminded me that prior to that video, as we all know, we've talked about, the spirits know we're coming before we get there, especially if they're wiser. They've been around a while. They know what's going on, etc. They know that we're coming. I had forgotten that I had said to Mari-Lyn during the week, I think we're going to encounter a really bad dude this week. Something's going to happen. Or encounter a really bad dude. I'm not even sure if I said this week. We have a clearing that we're going to do, and Mari-Lyn thought, well, maybe that's where we're going to encounter this person. It didn't quite feel right, but that was the only thing coming up, and so that's what we thought.
Mm-hmm. I had no reason to believe in the moment that, oh, we're going to do a video and that's where you're going to meet him, Pam.
Yes. Yes. So this guy came around a couple of times. Like it was like a Monday and on the Wednesday, something like that, prior to us doing the video. And he was, my home is my fortress. They can't get in. It's just not available to them. However, I will, I'll meditate, or I have my times with spirit. The way I sort of everyday commune with spirit is different than a lot of people's, but I do, what I do. And it's like, yeah, there's this guy here that's not very nice and whatever. And I knew he was there. I could feel him from far away. Again, he can't get into my house. And so this is all sort of, this is all kind of in another dimension. And so unless I'm in that dimension or sort of connected and with spirit, I don't even know he's there. So that happened a couple of times, told Mari-Lyn about it. She was like, oh yeah, he's creepy. And so we just thought, as always, he'll just pop up when the next time we clear a home, that's when he's going to show up. Nope, he showed up and I was completely clueless, caught me off guard, which is part of the reason for this video today. Fred was really pushing me. You need to let everyone know that this is the kind of thing that happens. This is what happens when you engage with the paranormal, and even the most seasoned people, we get caught off guard. There's some really, really wise spirits out there. And this is what we do. It was very humbling for me. And I've already apologized to Mari-Lyn, and it's still a little hard for me, a little hard on my ego. I admit it, that I was not prepared, that I got caught not being ready. This is a reason and not an excuse, but this is the truth, that I had a really, this week has been very, doing a lot of personal stuff, and wasn't really on, I was a lot of 3Ding this past week, and it was the perfect time to get caught by a spirit. It really was. And I got caught, and there's nothing else I can say about that. I apologize to Mari-Lyn for not being on my game. because I pride myself in being that person who is, like the safety person when we go in.
But with that said, Pam, no one can be expected to be 100% 100% of the time. And like you'd said, this spirit is smart. And he knew.
Yeah.
He knew. In turn, I apologize to Pam as well for this, because I got too into what she was focused on in the video, and I wasn't paying attention to what was happening around her. So,
and that's typically not what you do. We really do have roles when we go in to any situation. So it really, we both
perfect
had to
storm.
evaluate. Yes,
it was
and
a
it was
perfect storm.
Absolutely divine timing.
Yes.
We needed a kick in the ass. We needed to get something to get it shooken up. Like, we needed that to happen. And it really elevates our game when that happened. When
Absolutely.
When we're ready to be elevated and we're not listening, Spirit says, okay, here. And that's what,
there you go.
that's what Spirit did. We didn't get hurt. We're fine. Thank God Mari-Lyn is there. She knows how to clear energy. She knows how to, separate the energies and all of that. And you guys have already seen the first video. I was fine after. That's how.
But also gives great testament to why you don't do this alone.
Yes.
You just don't. It's not safe.
No. And segue into Carissa. So Carissa has, how many you've cleared a couple of homes with us. We'll call her. Carissa lives across the country, so she's 2 hours ahead of us, and so we will. Mari-Lyn and I will have her on the phone for clearing. And she's extremely powerful. She's amazing. What a beautiful, it was time for her to really step into, you have a position at TCS. You have a position in this group. And again, she's still apprentice. She's still learning. Clearly, we're all still learning.
We're all learning.
Thank God. That's probably the best part of this whole job, is that it never gets boring. And when it does, Spirit kind of kicks our ass. So on what day was it? Was it all Saturday, or it came? The Guardians came possibly before that, right?
Well, Friday is when I originally received the message after you told me what kind of happened. But he never went away. He never went away. That morning, that's the next morning on Saturday, he would just pop in here and there throughout the day. And then me and you were texting, and then we got on the phone call talking about something else. And then I was like, Pam, so what's up with that guy yesterday who he hasn't gone away. He's popping on in. So
coming in like my father without the mask. My dad didn't wear a mask, but that was similar to the way my father in 3D would dress. And he came in sort of like that with the trench coat and whatever. My dad was born in 1918 or something, and has passed away. My dad is now one of my guides, which most people know. And then all of a sudden, so you were talking about that. You said, I sort of got these dad vibes, and then you described him. I was like, holy shit, he's trying to get to me by looking like my dad. Yeah. Now, my dad no longer comes to me that way. But that was very interesting. And then one of us, there was something said about guardians. And so I have an entire army of guardians that I use, excuse me, and to help with the paranormal. And Felix is one that is sort of assigned to Mari-Lyn, or is Mari-Lyn's dude, but he comes from the Guardians. He comes from sort of, I'm going to say my team for lack of a better term, but they're not really mine, but they are mine, however that works. And all of a sudden, one of us got, Carissa, I think it might have been you, said, there's like 2 Guardians or something like that. I don't remember how it worked. And it just went, oh, there's 2 Guardians that want to be placed with you. And that's something that they asked me for permission to work with her. That's just sort of how it works. I don't know why. And so that's when we got on the phone and we or Zoomed and we started talking. And then I sort of I said, absolutely, please, you have my permission to go work with her. So now Carissa has these 2 Guardians that will now always be with her, which is really awesome. So today, so we wanted to talk about that. So this is a bad dude. He's been stalking me. If it were a typical, now the stalking before is just the stalking before. That happens. They know we're coming. They come to check us out, etc. Nothing is to be done. However, this guy has been stalking afterward. So he's still after me. I don't know what he wants. Hopefully that's what we're going to find out today. So we know that many of our viewers would like to see more of actually what we do. So that's what we're going to do today. I have my drum warmed up and ready. We're going to open Sacred Space, which I want to add also on Friday. We didn't even do a full open space. We did sort of this soft opening. Like, I was just not prepared on Friday. Nothing that happened before that video. Spirit was really where it was time for us to step up. Remember, we did like a soft open.
We did a very soft opening. But what I was thinking, as you were saying that, is it was, and the more you've been talking and
please,
kind of getting messaging, it was absolutely a perfect storm, divine timing for a plethora of reasons. One of them is for Carissa to be where Carissa is right now.
Yes.
And
welcome, Carissa.
had Friday not happened the way it happened,
right? Yes, absolutely.
This video wouldn't be being made, right. And there had to be something drastic to get this to come together. And
you
were it.
There are no coincidences. It's no. Really, the beautiful part is when we see that's what it is. And we're like, oh, something, but like this whole thing was so divinely timed and guided. It was all so divinely guided. We needed everything to happen the way it did for it to come to now this, where we are right now. And we knew Carissa was on her way, like, to be really a part of us. She's been doing things with us. We've been working on things, etc. And Spirit was like, oh, you ladies aren't paying attention. She's ready. So really, as soon as the Guardians asked permission to work with her, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. You told me something's going to happen.
I need to interrupt. I don't know what it is. Carissa, have you gotten any type of headache, head pain, body aches associated with this man?
Headache, yes. And I thought it was because I was out of my body. So I actually texted Pam on Friday when I was telling her what I received, the messages I received. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm out of my body because a lot of this stuff that's coming in is just not making sense. And that also came with a headache.
Mhm.
So that's a clue for me when I need her
Okay.
to, you know, place me back in my body, do some healing work. But yes, I have had a headache. Yesterday I even had a little bit of a headache too.
Okay.
For much of the day, now that I think about it.
Because I just like all of a sudden pain right above my left eye. It's going in, it's down in my sinuses, it's down into my ears, it's round into the back. It's like,
Yep.
it's almost like he's got a bowling ball grip on my
Oh,
on the side of my head. Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, now that I think about it, he was throwing rocks. I forgot to mention that he was trying to throw rocks and pebbles. And he was making it seem like the reason why he was so angry was because he didn't want you guys there. But something inside, I was like, I don't know if that's fully it. There's probably more. So, you know, when yesterday when we were all talking and a little bit more opened up and more details came through, I believe that, well, actually, I think it was when me and Pam were talking earlier, when he popped up out of nowhere, he again was being aggressive and very intimidating in the way he looked. And now that I think about it, when you told me you were asking, is this the person? And he took all his clothes off and showed his other clothing that he was probably wearing while he was alive. He confirmed who he was. And
I'm going to stop you real quick. You can, because by the time we do this video, they've seen one, so they know that it's the priest.
Okay.
So he took off the trench coat and all of that and showed himself as the priest to you.
Yes.
And another part of the detail that you didn't just say, but you sort of glossed over, is that you got something about a cave. Like he needs to go back to the cave or from a cave or something. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. That's where there's that cave between the pub and the Catholic Church that these tunnels. Yeah. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry. I just wanted to.
So yes, the Guardians showed me that is where he needed to go. They needed to push him back into that cave and seal the opening. So it was, yes, that's what they showed us. So
and you know what just came? Oh my gosh. I think it was this video. I'm almost positive. I mentioned purgatory. Was that this video on
You
Friday?
did mention it. You did mention it in purgatory. Yes. Yes.
And that's something the Catholic Church believes in. And I've seen this happen. I don't know if I would call it purgatory, but that's where you are tethered to like an 8-foot radius. You get tethered there. So I wonder if that's the Guardians were saying that's where he's going to be sent to purgatory, right? Because you said put him back in the cave and seal it off. That's not the same thing as us crossing him over.
No,
it's different.
Nope, there is no crossing over. It was absolutely the Guardians themselves were pushing the lid basically and sealing it. Massive. It was a massive lid that they had to seal in there.
So, excuse me, it's to keep him from hurting me. Because he wants
because remember we asked that question, how do we get rid of him? How do we disconnect that so that he can't find you again? So they gave that to me a little bit later in the day.
That's at least part of the reason why he didn't want you there. You threatened his freedom.
Yes, me. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna so the Guardians put him back there. I don't feel threatened whatsoever. Like I can at times if I tune in, I can kind of feel him like he's still watching me, but he's never been able to get to me. Thank you, Guardians. And that's another thing I want to talk about with the Guardians. Some of you might be wondering, well, why didn't they just take care of him? Why we have to, with our guides, it doesn't matter, with spirit, we have to ask for their help. They're standing there, they're waiting, and they will sometimes like poke on you like, yoo-hoo, you need help right now, you need something. They might bring my tools in for me. That sort of clue me in, oh, I'm gonna, and something that I don't say because I'm not used, there's an immediate, when I see my tools, I ask for their help. That's just what happens. But I don't think I've ever actually said that, at least to my viewers, I have not. And Friday, I just didn't. I was not on my game whatsoever. I had my 2 typical tools that were there. I did not have my extended. I don't know if they'll come in today. We're going to open sacred space though, and we'll see what happens and see what we do with him. I don't know if, that whole purgatory thing, if that's actually where they're going to want him, or if they're going to want us to cross him over. I don't know. We'll find out. So typically, as we all know, we do these videos. If they don't ask to be crossed over, we haven't been asked to go there to clear up anything. Here's a caveat. The dude's been stalking me. He's after me. All bets are off at that point. Then he has crossed my free will. And my free will says, no, you're not doing that. You are not stalking me. You are not going to hurt me. You are not changing my life in any way. So we'll see what happens today. But the real messaging came in is for us to, we're going to do what we would typically do without the camera rolling. So we're going to open sacred space. We're going to get a hold of this guy and see what's up and go from there. So is everyone ready?
Ready.
All right. So here we go. Pardon me. Man, something's got he doesn't want me talking today at all.
No, he's not very happy.
No.
He's not very happy right now at all.
No. And also, I have not given him the satisfaction. Like, I have not been talking to him. I have not been giving in. I've just kind of been ignoring him, which I assume he's not happy with at all, because I'm the one he wants my attention for whatever reason.
Yep. He's been coming to me too. You were thinking to get to you. So, yep.
They're sneaky like that. They can't get me, so they go, look, oh, Mari-Lyn, you got someone to take the heat off you. Carissa.
Yes. However, I never really felt into him at all until he came and grabbed the side of my head.
Yeah.
Now that I have tuned into him, he's like, my face itches. I'm just itchy. He's like,
like
he's
trying to make
really
you feel a little
irritated. You
claustrophobic.
are not giving him the time of day.
All in your space.
Yeah.
My drum, it's sitting here. It's a little cold in the room. I need to go warm her up real quick. I'll be right back.
It was funny because when me and Pam were talking on the phone earlier, and when my tool popped up, and she was like, okay, try to use it and see what happens. So me and the Guardians were using my tool to kind of like push him.
Okay.
It worked for just a few seconds, and then he turned into like a black jaguar, I think, and jumped over it and was growling. So not sure what that's about, but then I got the message that need more people, need more help.
Yeah.
So, and I'm wondering if the reason why he had the mask on when I first seen him is just like as a shield, so that I would have thought it was her dad, because her dad's come to me before, but so because then he took it off. Yeah, I could feel that it was obviously not her father. I felt his energy before, so when he took the mask off,
dad vibes. He was trying to get you to think dad, right?
Yep. But when he took that mask off, he must have knew it wasn't working. I was like, who's this guy? To my guys. So he took the mask off, and that's when he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna show the real me then. So yeah.
Very interesting. And I'm really gonna, this is what we love doing so much. This is why we do what we do. Just sitting here, just figuring this out, going in, what the hell's happening? I mean, I am just like in heaven. This is, yes. So I am. I love this. This is, I mean, life doesn't get better than this right now. This is just, it's what we're meant to do. Okay.
He didn't appreciate that.
That's
Saying.
All right. Whoo. And I'm gonna let you all know right now. I mean the viewers. My dad is one of my guys. I'm sure I've talked about that. And he's at the ready to come in. And when he does, he usually brings tears. So he will come in during the drumming. I can feel him now. I'm asking him to please stand back, because what happens is he gets so close, I can feel that energy from him and I begin to cry. But he's, it's because this guy showed up like him, like he was trying to dupe me into thinking it was dad. And so dad's here like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. You're not coming in as me and trying to make my daughter in this lifetime think that you're me. That's not going to happen. So all right, here we go. Woo, still, man, somebody doesn't want me talking. Can't wait to find out what this guy's all about. We welcome all of our guides, our guardians, our angels, our ancestors, the ancient ones, the animal guides. We welcome in all the high vibrational beings of love. Those beings who walk this journey with us. We are here in gratitude and love. We set this beautiful circle. We open this space in love, and we ask that it's held there for everyone's highest good. As I set this circle in love, and so it is. I barely got through that. I allowed him in, of course. And he was just screaming at me. Screaming. Just so angry with me. Carissa, I'm going to ask you to light up that tunnel. Fred wants it to look like Christmas down there. Because there's more than just this one man. And light, they need the light. And as you can all, I'm going to try to remember to speak what's happening. What Mari-Lyn is doing right now is she's moving energy. She's keeping the vibration at love. She's transmuting a lot of the pockets of energy that are coming through, those that we are allowed to transmute. Again, we were not asked to come into this pub and do anything. So only the energy that's surrounding this man that's stalking me in the end, only the energies that spirit that we're allowed to take care of right now will be coming forward. We don't know what that is, so we trust that spirit will only bring that to us, and that's exactly what will happen. We have full trust in that. What Carissa is doing is Carissa has this amazing way of throwing energy. It's absolutely one of her gifts, and she creates there are these beautiful like balls of light that she throws into any dark area, and it just lights it up. It just opens it up to the higher vibration to allow that light in. And she has a plethora of them at her disposal, and really dark energy she's able to light up. So she lights it up, Mari-Lyn transmutes it. It's this beautiful process that they do, and I stand and watch. So my energy is now the tunnel is bright. So he has people trapped in there, is what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's what he's not wanted. Like, is that at least part of the story of what he didn't want us to find? And I know we don't typically record this, but typically I will start asking questions. Any of us will ask questions. I'm not gonna say it's just me. At this moment, it's me, but we'll start to ask questions, and then one of us will get an answer, and then we'll just start talking. So they're sort of looking into things and still clearing and lighting things up, and I'm just sort of looking in. And as it got brighter in there and lighter, this guy's his powerfulness has slowed down, has diminished some. He's trying to get a grip on that. This is what he has not wanted. So Chris, as you're lighting it up in there, are you seeing other people? What are you getting?
Yes. So right away, I was seeing at least, or right in the front, there was at least 4 people, but they were covered in black tar. So then they wanted me to start flooding it with light, like a stream of water. So that's what I did. So that
Stream
popped
of
in.
energy. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. So that came in. I'm still seeing some people. I have about, I want to say about 8 to 10 marker balls that I had to put throughout, and then some light and like light bars, I guess.
Okay.
Are also in there.
So what comes to mind is when I almost got jumped, I was tuning into a group of people that it was like 4 or 5, maybe 6 people. I can't remember now. Kind of once we do a video, we're kind of done and we don't think about it again. But if I remember, that's what I was tuning in on. I was trying to get the energy of what they were, and that's when he got really ticked off at me. So when you say that, Carissa, that's the group that I was tuning into, and I got a couple of them were residual, but some of them were not. They were spirits. They were earthies that were trapped there, and he has them trapped, right?
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
he definitely has them trapped. I actually seen them making animal-like movements, like they were just trying to like, just get out of there. It would probably look intimidating to some, but you can tell that they're not any type of demonic energy at all. It's literally, those are earthies that, are stuck there, made to look a certain way by him, is what I get the feel of.
Okay, that lands. Mari-Lyn?
What I was getting was that one of the reasons he is so angry is because he likes to drain the living energy, living people that come through that tunnel. He likes to drain them because he wants to try to trap them in there as well. He's very powerful. He's been doing this a long time,
Yes.
and he has learned a lot of tricks.
So what do you both say when I say some of the actual humans that have gone in there, he's taken some of that, like almost like soul pieces, and taken them and
Yes,
kept?
absolutely. He has tried to kill people in there.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. 100%.
And when we were watching the video, those boys never did go all the way down into they didn't go there, which I'm very grateful for. They got a feeling of, I'm not going down there. I mean, they didn't really say it on the video.
No.
They just all of a sudden just weren't. They were starting to go down, and all of a sudden they weren't down. But then you and I had stuff going on in between, so I don't really remember exactly that part. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to ask him what he wants from me. He has diminished, some of his powerfulness has diminished. Or is he tricking me?
No,
I don't feel
it's not a trick. Now,
Mm-mm.
he might be making it seem less than, but he's absolutely has diminished.
Okay. More. Ooh, he just said, I asked him what he wants, and he just said, I hate you.
That's how he was making me feel on Friday. That's exactly the feeling, like he hated. Yeah.
Hates me. It's not just like, oh, I'm afraid you're going to come and take away what I'm doing. Like, I hate you. What is that? Sanakia. I need to reground, and that kind of grounded me a bit. I was not expecting I hate you, and the force in which he said that, was not expecting that. So I'm going to reground. All right. So the three of us, along with our guardians. Mari-Lyn, you have Felix. Carissa, you have two. I don't know if you've named them yet. They don't really have names. We just give them names because our human self likes that. And I just say guardians. We're going to go into that tunnel. So they've got us starting. I'm trying to learn, for all you viewers out there, I'm trying to learn how to say more about what we're doing, because I know this kind of look like this could be very boring, just watching the three of us just sitting here, because it's all energetic. So I'm really going to try hard to speak as much as I can. So they've got us all standing at the bottom of the stairs, sort of at the entrance to this tunnel. And the three of us
showed up.
Yeah. So Carissa has this beautiful tool that came, I think, the very first time we started doing paranormal stuff. And so she has that at the ready. I always have all my tools at my disposal, but when I say they showed up, it means they start blinking at me, like they're like, you're going to need me, you're going to, or possibly, or whatever. And really, I have my 2 typical ones, and then just that one other one that came in earlier. So Carissa has hers. Mari-Lyn, you have Felix.
I have Felix, and I have an abundance of compassion.
Okay, that's where your butterfly. We call this her butterfly, and it's the way, it's the beautiful way that she transmutes energy. And all right, so this is what we need. So here we go. Guardians, as always, we ask you to guide us, to keep us safe, to bring us any knowledge and wisdom that we need. Fred, of course, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Dad is not happy that this guy tried to be him. But in a, you'd have to know Dad. All right. So we're gonna walk in. I get a room to the left. It's more of it, like, I think it's all lit up from Carissa, and I'm not even sure if it's an actual room within the tunnel or if it's an energetic room that he's created. But there is that group of people in there, is what I'm getting. Anyone get something different?
Yes, I feel like it is a very small space that if you try to walk in there, it's a trap. That's what it feels like.
Okay, good to know.
Yes, I'm with Carissa.
Okay.
That feels very unsafe, very, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. There's a lot of moaning there. There's a lot of sadness, and just like that not loud crying, but just like pain and suffering. And okay.
So
Yeah.
Pam,
Yep.
I'm to remind you not to focus on any other entities or spirits that you see.
Thank you. I was just about doing that.
He is lighting them up so he's can, look over here, Pam, so I can get you over here.
Thing again. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Another reason we do this together. All right. So Spirit, why are we here? Fred, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of us being here? The purpose of this spirit.
So I automatically got he wants your energy. He wants energy.
Okay.
That's probably why he's very drawn to you, of course.
Because I really, as we all know, all of us, the three of, we hold the energy of love anytime we go into any of these places. And that's a very high vibrational, powerful vibration. And oftentimes they'll target me, but I still want to know why. I'm still not getting, so there's not a lot we can do here. We can bring in this love. People who are stuck in there, this is a new opportunity for them to ask for help to cross, but we're not here to cross them over. Their loved ones are coming, their guides are coming. The light that was brought in, and the transmutation of the light. gives a better channel for spirit for them to get help on their own. We're not there. We don't have, we that's not what we're here to do. We're here to really find out what's going on with him. Yes, Mari-Lyn.
Have you asked him why he has so much hatred for you?
He hasn't told me. Yes, I did, and he has not told me. I think this goes back further than this life.
There is a definite feeling of connection somewhere in the past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I asked yesterday, when I was talking on the phone with Pam earlier, my guide said there needs to be cord cutting. If you remember that, Pam.
Yeah. Yeah, very much strong disconnection needs to happen.
So this is something that we talk about, and we will do a video on at some point, but this is, so what we call karma. So there's all different theories out there, and people use karma in all different ways and whatever. And the way we use the word karma is connections that we make with other people. We contract with other people to do certain things within this life. I have a contract with Mari-Lyn, with Carissa. The three of us have one all together, and it's to do this together. That's the contract. That's the karma that we have, is to work out that karma in this lifetime. That's the way we use karma. There's some unfinished karma with him. There's some unfinished something. Now we can create karma or contracts, lessons. They're all wrapped in there. They're all, contract and a lesson are a little bit different, but they're in there together. It's what we came to learn and work out together. And so there's some unfinished. Oh, so what I was going to say is we can create in this lifetime, even if, let's say, a friend calls and wants you to go have coffee with that friend, and you say yes, you just created an energetic contract. Ignoring that contract stays until you break the contract. And one of you can break it off your side, but the other person, everyone has to break that contract, right? So for it to go away. So let's say you get asked to coffee. Oh yeah, I'll go, I'll see you. And then you just decide not to go. You just kind of blow it off. You have created karma with that person. You have created that contract that's not going to go away until you do something about it, until you call that person and say, I'm sorry, I blew that off and that was not right of me. Contract broken. I hope that makes sense to everyone. And there's some sort of karma that has been created. This could be my ego and you all can tell me, but it doesn't feel like I created this. Feels like my side of it is done. His side is not. He has held on to this, like he is so pissed off at me. Whatever the contract was when I knew him before, he held on to, and it's like I can hear, like he's taken it to his grave. Like he's so pissed at me because whether I wronged him or that was his perception of being wronged, whatever it was. And he has been waiting for me to show up, hoping that I would. And I did.
He wants you to shut up. not happy right now.
Right?
Not happy.
Which means that I'm right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a feeling of you cheated him out of something. You didn't steal something from him, but you prevented him from some gain.
Okay.
The anger is so
strong. Yes. Okay. So there's nothing we can do about this, man. He's on this journey, and it's his journey to work out. It's his shit to work out. And so what we're going to do now is like Carissa felt a chord there. It certainly could still be me with the, I don't know, this contract. And the reason I think I don't know, like, I don't, the three of us, we're not picking up on that because I really don't think I created this. I think I finished my contract with him, whatever that was. I completed it. He didn't. He's still pissed. So he still has that connection to me. But I don't want that connection. I want this to be done. So he's just so, he's absolutely, it's like, yeah.
He has taken everything else that has angered him and focused it all on you.
Yeah.
He's somehow managed to manipulate himself into believing everything that's ever happened to him in any lifetime
It's
boils down to you.
Yay me! It's not like how serial killers start, like they kill because their mother pissed them off or something. Right?
Yeah.
And so they go after all these women that look like mom.
There is a sense that whatever role you played, that there was acknowledgement, and it doesn't even feel like an apology was necessary, but there was acknowledgement. And that would mean he had to take personal responsibility. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. No.
Never has he taken personal responsibility. And
now, is he actually a priest, or is he just showing up that way?
He became a priest thinking that would rid him of his demons. When he became a priest, he didn't know why he was so.
That completely lands. Does that land with you?
He didn't know why he was the way he was.
It does. And he said that nobody ever, you didn't stand down to him. You did not. Everybody else he could get to listen to him, do whatever he wanted, but manipulate. You did not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just get a strong sense that this is from a past life, and it turned very, very ugly as time went on.
And here I walk into his life again. And
that's where that cord is.
Yep.
So I have evidently been given the chore of holding this cord that is between you two, and it is very heavy.
Okay.
It's very thick.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
So there is still a part that I am still holding on to part of this. I mean, there is something that I did not finish. I did not, whatever they're showing me. What are you showing me?
Okay, I have a question. Are you okay? So, are you guys picking up at all that this is from a past life romance? This is what I'm picking up on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And I was the man. Is what it's what, and there could have been more than one life together, but I'm getting that I'm the man, he was the woman. I broke it off, and that did not set well with her at all.
I just got woman scorned. That literally just came to me.
Yes. And then I think she may have committed suicide or something. I don't know, but that the life that as a priest, that's a different life.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So those when we don't fulfill our contracts, when we don't learn our lessons, etc., that's the karma. We come back to another life to work out that karma, to work out those lessons. So that's one of the things that I always teach, and I know Mari-Lyn does too, is clear up this shit now, or you're going to come back again and have to redo it. Like, let's own our shit, let's heal it and get rid of it and go, so we don't have to do this again. So this person came back in another life, chose to be a priest in that life. We are all meant to come here and heal. We just don't always do that. But that's a whole nother story, and I don't want to go in there because that's too far out of what we're doing here. But okay, and so then this next life with the priest. So there's whatever this spirit is trying to master. They thought they could come down in the lifetime as a priest and master whatever this is. I don't know if it's compassion, if it's who knows. I mean, you can there's a plethora. Maybe jealousy could be something they're trying to master. I don't know what.
Part of it's forgiveness.
Okay, and forgiveness.
And I'm actually seeing, I'm seeing the woman portion of him. She is screaming, but I can also still see the man, the priest, and he's just giving me that cynical type of grin, I guess you could say. But something is making me feel like they are, of course, still one. But when you do the cord cutting, it has to cord cut with the priest and the woman. Like something, it's all together right now.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
It does to me, yeah. We get connections with, our past lives. That's a whole other thing that we'll do. God, we have so many videos to do, but I know that one's on our list to do, the whole past life thing and how it affects our life in this life. And some people have this, like it's this huge thing. Mari-Lyn and I aren't quite to the point of, man, now I'm starting to itch. That, yeah.
She wants you to say sorry. She is screaming, say sorry.
She wants me to apologize.
She is screaming, yes.
Okay. All right. This is where I will call in Fred. And I call in the love, and I ask to be in that vibration of love as I'm not going into that room. So I'm going to call her out. So to this woman, I stand in love and compassion for that lifetime. And I am sorry. I'm sorry for wronging you. I am so very sorry for breaking your heart. I am sorry for whatever actions, verbiage, communication, whatever that was so painful to you. I am very sorry. And I apologize through my heart space, through love. I apologize that I was cruel, and I come to you in love. I come to you today with love and compassion. And I ask you to find within your heart to forgive me for whatever it was that I did. I ask you to forgive me for being cruel to you. I am humbled by this experience and I am sorry. I ask you to accept that apology from my heart to yours. Anyone have a grip on her?
I do. She is sobbing. I can actually feel her. I have a lot of compassion for her. She's no longer screaming. She fell to the ground and she's just sobbing right now.
Oh, okay.
He needed that piece of him healed. That was a portion that he needed healed to be healed.
Okay. And that's why we're here. Because I don't think, Mari-Lyn, you can check on this if you would, but I don't think there's anything we can do with the priest. But that part of it, we can certainly heal.
Correct.
And let. All right. And I'm going to add to this, and I release both of us from that karma of that lifetime. Thank you. So Fred just came in and took care of that, cut up that contract. That is done now. We are done with that. That lifetime can be put to rest and peace, and this priest can stop being so angry with me. And I can feel that even softer. He's not a nice dude, though. He's still got a lot going on, but that's up to him to take care of and to clear, etc. I would ask him to please. I'm asking him for a favor now, to speak to the owners of that pub to allow us or some paranormal cleaners to come in and release everyone and clear everyone up, especially that, I won't say especially, but that drunk in the bar just had my heart. That was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
The light came in for her. She's gone. She's out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I can still see him, but there was a soul piece, and I'm guessing that was able to.
That was a soul piece, and that's what happens. That's why that soul piece was left behind. And when you're stuck in, those are the parts that are stuck to us. Even this guy he's stuck in the vibration of fear. He's an earthy. He still has that karma to work out, which is part of why he is stuck here, I think, is that. Okay, so Mari-Lyn, I know you have to get going in a few minutes, so we're going to wrap this up here. So what's going to happen is Mari-Lyn has a session, so she's going to go to the session. Chris and I will close all of this down. And I guess we could do that we're already here. Well, let's just close that down now, and then we'll talk a little more. So we come back to this sacred space. We ask our guardians, we ask our guidance to be here, and slowly, so all three of us, what we're doing is we're sort of bringing in, it's like a big, Mari-Lyn and I call it a snow globe, and we're just, all three of us are sort of pulling in this snow globe as we give our gratitude and our thanks for this beautiful time today as this sacred space closes. So we do not, we close down sacred space so it doesn't create a wormhole or a doorway or anything. That's why we close it down, and we close it all the way down, and we send it out with love and gratitude. Thank you. All right. So then Yes. And each of us at our own, while we're done, we'll just sort of wipe off, make sure all of the energy is gone from that space. So yeah.
The relief when Fred destroyed that contract, the relief, my whole body just, oh,
Yes.
it felt so good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
He's a little, we left and he was a little confused, like, what just happened to him? Yeah. Something inside him calmed down just a
sure.
bit, I feel.
Yeah.
So.
And it's confusing to me too, because I really would have liked to stay there and clean up all of that mess. But that's where we had to stop. We had to stop. That's his free will. That's the free will of the people that live. That's where it has to stop. We cannot. And I'm going to say this too. Let's say we decided, oh, we're just going to go ahead and clean up and we're going to fun. Whether it sticks or not is, it really can't. I mean, it's just because everyone has free will. And yeah, I like the.
Yeah, that's crossing a line.
Crossing boundaries. We don't
just feel so.
Yeah.
That's creating a whole new karmic level right there.
Yes. Yes.
I want that.
No, and we absolutely don't have the right to do that. So we had to leave it there. So that pub can continue to make money, have ghost hunters go through there and whatever. And he's still a bad dude. I still wouldn't go down. He's still that bad dude that's capturing.
Oh, he's got lots of stuff.
Yes, we didn't even go through the tunnel all the way. Like, I don't know what else is in there.
No.
But that was my piece of that puzzle, our piece. And I dragged you two in there. Thank you, ladies, to be a part of that.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yes.
That was a different experience.
Yes. And I hope, so I'm saying that I hope all you who are watching this can appreciate this video. Please let us know if you want us to do more of this. We are just learning how to do this on video with more explanation. And again, I hope it wasn't boring. Now, as you all know, the conscious spirit, we are a loving place. We stand in love, and we want to convey that. And all of you who are faithful viewers who get us all know that. If you want to be like, if you want to say something nasty or whatever in the comments, just don't. There are plenty of other places on YouTube that you can do that. You go find that home that is nasty and low vibration and whatever. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. We like our curse words and stuff. So we do a lot of cussing on, but we try to always bring the love, as you all know. Drop your questions below. If you have questions about it,
please.
Which I'm guessing you all have questions, and maybe
there's going to be some great questions that come out of this. Some
but
great
about
ones.
this, we want questions about this situation.
Please.
This is not a regular Q&A. If you all want to say hello to Carissa and welcome her, that would be great. And we are so very grateful for all of you. And we're trying to make this channel as educational as possible, along with the beauty and the love. So please give us suggestions. Tell us that you didn't understand something.
Please.
Again, we are learning how to do this because there's so much that the three of us are tuned into. I tried to remember, I'm a talker in the first place, but there's more talking to be done to explain what's going on.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just sort of rattling now, but thank you so much to everyone. And
we appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you, Carissa.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You here. So wonderful. And yes. So
yeah.
All right.
Subscribe,
like, share with a friend, do all of that stuff, because this is a regular video, but please let us know in the comments or via email too. if you want to be on our mailing list, the consciousspirit.net, send us something there, reach out. And because we have a lot of offerings coming up. Chris is going to be doing more with us. And I might start, it's still in the works, but well, I won't even go there. There's more stuff. She doesn't know that, so I shouldn't tell all you before I tell her.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So thanks again. We love
All
you
right.
all. Appreciate you, and we'll talk next time.
Bye.
Bye.